So it's April 16th. We're in Poinsett State Park. We're gonna hike the newly renovated Coquina Trail. They recently fixed it so that it's full length, 2.7 miles. Okay. And this is one of our many shakedown hikes that we're gonna do in preparation for the Appalachian Trail next year. So I'm carrying about 20 pounds, which will be pretty close to my base weight. And then you're carrying 11 and a half, 12 pounds.
Yep.
So anyway, yes, we have decided to section hike the Appalachian Trail next year.
Yeah, the first section.
We're gonna, we're gonna start out in early April, I guess, and do the first 40-mile strip. Take us about a week, because we don't like to speed hike. We don't try to do 10, 12, 15, 20 miles a day. We'll shelter hop and, 8 miles a day-ish. See the sights, do all the side trails.
Take lots of pictures.
Take lots of pictures and stuff. And this is one of many shakedown hikes that we're gonna do. And you got a new pair of binoculars.
Yep, we both got new shoes.
Yeah. I'm trying out trail runners.
Rather than hiking shoes.
Yeah, I usually wear, well, we both usually wear low-top Keen hiking shoes. I've probably had 4 or 5 pair of them. You've been through a bunch.
Yeah.
And
I wear Keen steel-toe shoes to work. I wear Keen daytime shoes.
Yep.
Yep.
So I went to REI in the garage, and they had a pair of Keen low tops that somebody had bought and hiked like 5 miles in them and didn't like them.
Makes no sense to me.
So I got them like half price. As it turns out, they're waterproof, which is fine for the winter time, but around here, it'll be 100 in the summer, and those will burn your feet. So we went looking for a pair of non-waterproof. They don't have any. None. They're out of Keen hiking shoes.
I tried 2 stores.
2 stores didn't have any Keen hiking shoes. So I tried to look at a pair of oboes, and I wear 12. And the 12 oboe just absolutely would not fit on my foot at all. So I needed something, and we decided let's try trail runners. So today I'm wearing Ultra trail runners.
Okay.
This trail loops around down here near the pond, and then it went down into a marshy area, and the boardwalks back in the floods of, what was it, 2015?
Yep, a lot of stuff got washed out.
Yeah, the boardwalks got washed out, and so they didn't replace them until recently this year. So we're gonna go check that out. So as you can tell, it is springtime. Everything is greening. The birds are chirping. The gnats are buzzing around. I got some mayflies that are buzzing my head right now and making me angry. And for those of you who don't know what a mayfly is, be thankful. Because not only are they a pain in the behind, but they will sting you. and it hurts. And they don't sting and die. They sting and fly off and come back and sting again. They're biting flies. But everything's green. Everything's green and I'm out of breath. You can see we've climbed. I mean, we've been going for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And we've climbed several hundred feet already. So that's why we like to come to Poinsett, because it gets us some hills. Where we live is pretty flat. You know, we live 45 minutes from here and it's flat. There are some hills here that we like to go hike on to give us some elevation changes. And here's one of the several shelters along the trail. This is part of the Palmetto Trail. Yep. So there are shelters along the way here inside the park because it is part of the, what is it, 76 miles? No, it's 100 and some odd miles.
300 and something miles.
Is it 300?
Yes.
It's a 300-mile trail. So it goes from, what, Charleston?
It's north of Charleston.
Yeah, a little north of Charleston to up in the, is it Oconee?
Yep.
So yeah, it goes from Oconee all the way up into the mountains.
The Foothills Trail, which is one I want to do. That's the one that's 76 miles.
That's right, the Foothills Trail is 76 miles. We have a lot of new equipment that we just started purchasing, including the shoes that we talked about.
I have new binoculars.
That is correct, you have new binoculars.
Yep.
You got a set of Knox in OCS, standard issue 8x25s. Yeah, because of the focal length, a lot of binoculars don't work with glasses, but Knox are built with twist knobs that change the focal length to allow you to be able to use them without glasses or with glasses and be able to see through them. So anybody who wears glasses and has a hard time with binoculars, go try a pair out.
So far they're good.
Yeah, you've had them for a couple weeks. If you remember at REI, go try them out in the store. They'll let you try them out in the store, see if they work. And then you can get them, try them out for a couple of weeks. If you don't like them, take them back. We have new titanium cook pots. I've got a new titanium canister stove. We have new sleeping bags.
Yep, you have a new sleeping mat.
I have a new sleeping mat.
It's going to be my next routine.
All of which I am carrying today.
If we're ready to go right, next weekend let's do the knot trail.
Okay.
The high knot.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the things I did when we decided we were going to hike this trail is I started making a spreadsheet, Excel, that had all of the equipment in it that we had, and then you check the box and put in a quantity, and it would calculate the weight of the equipment, and then you check another box and that tells you whether it's a consumable or if it's in your pack. And I had it all set up with variable color codes for how much weight there was total in the pack and stuff like that. And then I found an app called lighterpack.com, which does basically the same thing and will generate a spreadsheet. So I'm kind of miffed that I spent all that time on that spreadsheet and then found Lighterpack.
Real nerd.
Whatever. So this is where the Coquina turns and goes downhill. So here's where we're going to go back down to the pond. So we climbed 300-400 feet, and now we're going to descend 300 or 400 feet. And yeah, oh yeah, this isn't much to anybody that hikes in the mountains, but for around here, this is pretty significant because everything's usually flat. Our property is about 390 feet elevation, and around our area, within the, what, 20, 25 miles around us, it's pretty much that elevation.
Yep. Sand hills.
Yeah, and then when you get out a little bit past that, I mean, we're 35 miles from home, and you can see it's pretty hilly here. So that's why we like to come here and hike. It gives us a taste of what we're going to see in the mountains, of course, without the thin air.
Well, next weekend we're going to be up near Hot Springs, North Carolina.
What's the name of the town in Tennessee we're staying?
Newport.
And we're going to stay in Newport, Tennessee.
It's halfway between Hot Springs and
Sevierville.
Tennessee.
Sevierville.
Hot Springs, North Carolina.
Yes, Hot Springs, North Carolina. The little Appalachian Trail town.
It's right off the interstate.
Yep.
So it's an easy drive to get to. And it's the Best Western that has pancake machine.
It is. We are staying at the Best Western that has a pancake machine, so I'll have to film that because I love that automated pancake machine. So we're going to try to do little portions of the AT, just day hike them next weekend. It's again a shakedown for next year. And then once we get our tent situated, which we haven't purchased a tent. I think we're settled on the Z-Packs, probably the Triplex, because we like to have a lot of room. Excuse me while I clean up somebody's freaking mess here. Some a-hole left his McDonald's lid and straw laying next to the trail. So there's a pond right down there, and I see squirrels.
Lots of squirrels.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flowing.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of rain.
So down here is where the Coquina, if you can see over that way, that's the end of the pond right there, and it bleeds into this swamp area. And that's where the Coquina Trail was blown up for a bunch of years, 5 or 6 years, 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for about 8 years, you couldn't go down that section of the trail because it flooded out and blew up the boardwalks and the bridges and stuff. But we're going to go do it today. We're going to do it. And if you look to my left, you can see some of the new walkway that we couldn't hike before.
This is the other thing that pisses me off.
What?
Cut throughs.
Yeah, people that do cut throughs. A-holes.
I mean, you're out here. Why are you cutting?
Right. You came out to hike the trail. Why cut yourself short? I think we did a video one time when we did the Laurel.
Yeah, we did.
We'd have gone that way. So this way, up until, what was it, February, you couldn't go this direction. This was all blocked off. They had a block off like right here because that boardwalk through the swamp was gone. And now they've built the boardwalk again, so we can hike it and see what's going on down here in the swamps.
I understand they've got alligators in here somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Probably hiding down here under this bridge, ready to come up here and snatch a leg. So yeah, we've never actually been in here. We started coming here in 2016 after the flood and haven't been able to hike this section because it wasn't available, but
this all feeds down into that lake.
Yeah, this all feeds into the lake. It's very, very much part of a nature that we like to see.
That water's really trucking too.
Yep.
Look how clear it is.
Yeah. I bet it's nice and cool. There's a cypress knee right down there. Oh, I'm also trying out today our new mounting system for the GoPro right here. It's mounted on, I usually mount it to the strap on my pack. but if you watched any of the other videos, you'll know that that kind of gives you a sideways crooked angle to where I'm hiking. I got, I forget what it's called, snap.
Ooh,
Snap.
Fishies.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, snap something. I'll put a little thing in the video to tell you what it is, but it's basically magnetic pieces, and there's one that hangs around your neck and down under your shirt, and then you mount the opposing bracket onto the camera, and then it clicks on there using magnets and holds it onto your shirt. And then the strap around your neck has an adjustment on it so that you can tension it enough to hold it up straight in case your shirt dangles. So far it's worked pretty good. The only problem I'm having is trying to figure out how I'm going to wear my chest pack if I want to wear my chest pack. All right, we're through the boardwalk section.
That was really pretty.
And we've never been through that before. And now we're back on the trail. And we have to walk the length of the pond back to the parking area. So we finished the Coquina, and it was only 1.59 miles. So we decided.
Have changed when the flood came.
Yeah, I think they changed it. So it was 1.59 miles. So we decided to cross past the ranger shack and go on the other side of the park to what I call the dry side. That side over there is full of creeks and streams and
Swamp.
Pond and swamp. And this side over here, the campground is on this side. Anyway, this is the scout trail that we're on. And there's the scout, there's the swamp fox, there's the Cowasee whippoorwill.
And this is also part of the Palmetto Trail.
And this is the Palmetto Trail that we're on, yeah. So those are all trails on this side, the dry side of the park. We're gonna do a little bit of those. We ran low on battery, and camera shut off, and then I didn't bring spares like a dummy. So anyway, we finished the hike, did about 4 miles, and we're back at the parking lot. So catch you on the next one.